Hello everybody, my name is Jad. Welcome to another MLB 9925 video. In today's video, we've got the mileage for the skill changes. We've got some more gold skill change tickets. the skill... whatchamacallits? I don't even know the name of them so far. Hold on a second. The skill trainer ticket things? What are we doing? What do we even call these things? Skill trainer recruit tickets. I also have a diamond trainer recruit ticket that I guess I got from League this week. I don't really notice these things. Sometimes they just pop up. I got a SIG pack to go through today, so we've got a lot of things to talk about. We got the trade deadline to talk about, so let's get into today's video. So, let's start out first by doing the daily pack. Trade deadline was pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Originally, I was looking at the trade deadline about a week out, and I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, this is gonna be a boring trade deadline we're gonna have this year. Turns out, I was wrong, because everybody seemed to make all the deals on basically the second to last until last day. I guess everyone was really holding out this week for the best deals. In some cases they got the best deals, in some cases they didn't get the best deals. I know Pittsburgh got made fun of because they basically admitted that they could have had a better prospect for David Bednar from the Yankees, but they decided to get something that fit their needs better, which I don't really make fun of them for, but I guess the wider internet is very happy to do that, so that's the case. Let's go buy our signature player pack and let's see what we can get from this one. We do have another normal sig player pack to open up as well. Let's see. Is it finally time to get a team one? We have not had a team one in a long time. Nope. Brandon Pfaadt. Okay. So, I think the Yankees had a very good trade deadline this year, and it didn't really work out. In the very first game where all the pitchers pitched, they basically blew the lead and gave it up. And it's funny because it wasn't even basically the most embarrassing loss of the day, because Pittsburgh had a 9-1 lead after the first inning and couldn't hold on to that lead, apparently. So, did the Yankees have the worst loss of the day? It felt like it, but on paper, I think they weren't like the worst one. I guess MLB was using the juiced balls that day because there was a lot of crazy high-scoring games that day, so who knows what was going on. So, yeah, we just got swept by the Marlins, which is not ideal. So hopefully we'll be able to play the Rangers a little bit better. Maybe for some reason we can't beat basement-dwelling teams, and maybe we can beat actual teams. Who knows? I don't know. It's very strange. This team makes no sense to me, and it looks like they're completely collapsing. Volpe basically changed his uniform number to E6 at this point, because that's all he does is commit errors over at shortstop. And, of course, he hits like a million home runs because he's trying to beat Alfonso Soriano out there. He like a la Gleyber Torres, basically, who is the same career arc as Gleyber Torres at this point. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Wait for George Lombard to come up? I don't know. But the trade deadline was amazing. It was incredible. It was basically like my phone was blowing up every 5 minutes from a Jeff Passan banger tweet of a crazy trade. I did not expect the Red Sox to trade for Dustin May. I did not see that coming. It made sense kind of when you look at the fact that they lost Tanner Houck to season-ending Tommy John surgery, so maybe they needed another starting pitcher, and they were a little desperate, so they traded one of the top prospects. I think LA won the trade, in my opinion. I don't know. I thought Dustin May was already hurt and kind of underperforming this season. Let me go take a look at Dustin May's stats right now. I thought Dustin May was kind of underperforming this season. Yeah, 6-7 with a 4.85 ERA, and he's also always hurt. The dude is just never healthy, so that's why I'm kind of thinking that LA flipping him for one of Boston's top prospects, which, Boston has an amazing farm system. Nice Jorge Soler prime there. Is that the one where he hit 50 home runs that year in juiced ball land? Because that was the same year that Gleyber Torres hit 38 home runs and looked like he was, like I said, next coming up Alfonso Soriano. Yeah, but it's just, May's constantly hurt. It's very similar, in my opinion, to the Glasnow trade, where they traded for someone who's constantly injured, and now they're kind of shocked that he's always injured, and we're all kind of like, yeah, we told you so. We told you he's always injured. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that's the Soler from the absolutely crazy year. 48 home runs, yeah, just absolutely stupid. Juiced ball era was nutty, man. Juiced ball era. Crazy. Now we're back to dead balls again. But overall, we saw the Padres sell off the farm system again. I made a comment that the Astros were selling off the farm system, and essentially because they were trying to basically replace their entire pitching staff. So we'll see how the Astros do down the stretch. It's probably the Mariners division to lose right now, who got their Eugenio Suarez back again. Once the Yankees traded for McMahon, it was kind of obvious that it was basically a guarantee that he was going to be going back to the Mariners at this point. I think that was really funny that the Yankees heard the offer from the D-backs for Suarez and said, yeah, we're good. And I think, in my opinion, I think they got the better defender at third and someone that I think fits them a little bit better. They love the fact that he's a lefty, and, a Yankee Stadium lefty is as good as gold, in my opinion. And honestly, so far, he's been the highlight of the trade deadline for us. He's been amazing with the glove at third, and he's even contributed quite a lot with the bat as well, despite the fact that he's kind of been a light hitter this season. At the beginning of the year, he had a dreadful year, but he's really picked it up recently. So hopefully he's back. Hopefully he continues to contribute down the stretch. But now we just have to wait for the bullpen to show up, because we traded for like 5 or 6 bullpen pieces, and every single one of them collapsed in the same game, essentially, against the Marlins. And, that's normal. There's nothing really crazy about that. A lot of them are kind of here. We heard about Bird's trip here from Colorado, essentially. He didn't sleep the night before because it was the trade deadline, and he was worried about what team he was going to go to. Then he takes a red-eye flight to Miami, across the country. So it's not really surprising that he kind of didn't pitch up to what he thought he was capable of, So I'm going to give him a couple of days. I'm going to, unlike the rest of the Yankee fans, I'm going to give him a little bit of a pass, and, we'll see what they pitch like in the next coming days, but I like his stuff. He just needs to settle in, get some time with Matt Blake, and see what we can do with these guys down the stretch. But it's getting late early, to quote you. I want to say that's Yogi Berra's quote, but it's getting late early, so we need to hurry up here and figure something out, because we're starting to really lose ground here, and I don't even know if they'll make a wild card at this point. I think they're in third place right now, behind Boston right now, so it's tough. It's very tough right now, so see if they can figure it out. There's still time, but I'm not freaking out yet. But the trade deadline was amazing this year. Honestly, that was, it just reminds me that baseball is a crazy sport. Everyone likes to talk about the NBA with being a fire trade deadline. This year, that was a fire trade deadline for us. And then immediately the thoughts crept into my mind of, I can't wait for the lockout to happen pretty soon, because that's going to happen pretty soon. We saw Bryce Harper get into a fight with the commissioner in the locker room, and it just reminded all of us that, oh yeah, that's right, we're going to have a lockout. I don't know when the CBA runs out. I don't know if it's the end of... I don't think it's this year. I think it's the end of next year. So, the second that the World Series ends in 26, we're going to have a lockout, I believe. I think we're headed straight for that. I think that we're not going to have another season after that. I think we're going to have a long off season, if you asked me. It's going to be an absolutely horrible fight. The MLBPA is not going to have a good time with the owners. The owners are probably not even going to agree on everything at this point as well. Some of the owners seem exceptionally divided right now. They all want to make their money, but a lot of them seem very divided on the future. Obviously, you've got some owners that like the deferrals. You've got some owners that are against the deferrals. You've got some owners who want more control. Some owners who think that it's, It seems to me that there's going to be a crazy fight. There's some owners that want to relocate. There's some owners that want to expand. There's some that don't want to expand. It's just it's an absolute mayhem chaos fest. It's going to be an absolute... I don't even want to say the word, because, I try to keep my videos PG, basically. Even though I put them that they're not made for kids. I don't like to curse on my videos. That, if I can help it, every once in a while one, just kind of slips out. So, I do my best. So, let's see. I can probably go grab another couple of packs now. We've comboed almost everybody away. Let's see, what do we got here? I got the rest of my silvers, don't I? Live season silvers. I got some live season premiums to go through. I've got some team select packs. We got a lot of packs to go through today, thankfully. I had a lot of time to farm this week. Premium pitcher packs. These are usually yield primes. We'll see if they actually give me something. They have a rather high rate of giving me primes. JT Brubaker, Yankee legend JT Brubaker. The Yankees did release Marcus Stroman, which I kind of did not see coming. It kind of, that's a solid card. Nick Kurtz has been basically absolute money. I don't know if anybody saw Nick Kurtz had basically a 6-hit game in which he tied Sean Green's MLB record for total bases in a game with 4 home runs. I believe the only rookie to ever hit 4 home runs in a game. So Nick Kurtz has had an absolutely meteoric rise, and it's been so much fun to watch. I mean, if you're not watching A's games, man, I understand you're not watching A's games, but just the highlight reels coming out of the A's games right now is incredible. It's impressive what happens when you get a bunch of top picks and you actually pick people correctly. Jorge Posada. But it's been a lot of fun to watch. That might be a fun team coming up. Still waiting for them. That stadium's still terrible. I can't believe they did not trade Luis Severino at the deadline. I kind of expected him to be moved at the deadline because I figured someone would want to trade for him due to the fact that his pitching splits are incredible if you compare them to home and away. How he actually pitches very decently away, but for some reason has like a 7 or 9 ERA at home, but he actually pitches to, I want to say, like a 3 ERA away. I mean, I'm surprised that they're that bad. They're almost like Colorado Rocky splits. I mean, he hates that ballpark in San Francisco or wherever they play. I think they play in San Francisco, but I was surprised he didn't get moved. Also, who didn't get moved was, if you go look up Dennis Santana from the Pirates, I feel like the Pirates completely fumbled this deadline. I think the Pirates had a lot of players that they could have potentially moved and just kind of didn't move. I mean, they had like Andrew Heaney. I thought Dennis Santana was ready to be moved. I thought that, well, they did move David Bednar, which was probably the one that was the most likely to be moved, but I definitely thought that they had players. They could have moved IKF, in my opinion. He was on a 1-year deal, I believe. Or I think he's on an expiring deal, or he's on like a 2-year contract. I thought they had a lot of players that they could have moved, and they didn't move. I don't know if there wasn't any interest, or if they just set their prices too high. I don't know, but it just seems very weird that there was a lot of, like, I think if the Pirates did what the Twins did, I think they would be a better system. But, what do I know? The Twins basically sold everybody. I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, not really rightfully so. That's not really the word I'm looking for. It seemed like it was destined to happen due to the fact that they were basically awful. And honestly, the fact that Byron Buxton got hurt kind of stopped them from selling off even more players, because I thought that he was definitely due to be moved as well. But he got injured. So that's a shame. I wanted to see him play for a contender again. I remember, like, back in 2017 when he was playing with the Twins and they went to the playoffs, and he was a monster in the outfield. Like, just so much fun to watch. I want to see him go to basically play for a playoff team, but unfortunate. I mean, he's always hurt. I mean, that's just the way it works, unfortunately. All right, live Diamond Wish pack, Diamond Wish. Okay, so let's open the SIG pack. Please give me a Yankee, man. I've been begging you for months at this point, man. Not a Yankee. I have no idea who this could be. Like Zimmerman, maybe? Oh, Garrett Richards, okay. I took a guess and I was wrong. Wrong. At me. Never right, man. Never right. I do have plans coming up soon to make a new MLB Rivals video, so do be on the lookout for that. I have some new updates to talk about. I have some fantastic progress on my Rivals team, so I want to make a new video talking about the upgrades I've made, the new things I'm looking for. I did finally break into the top 100 in Rivals this week, so I'm very excited to show off my team's upgrades that helped me get there and continue the progress and share it with you guys, because even though I won't be making like full-time videos, I want to keep you guys updated a little bit on it, because it is a game I play probably even more than this game, and I really like the game, but it seems like it just doesn't really attract players as much as this game does. I don't know, maybe people just don't like how much grinding is required in Rivals, and I can kind of see that, but it seems to me that it's a very easy game for you to get into and really kind of play free-to-play, and, if you're kind of feeling like you've basically been kind of left up to dry like I have as a previous spender, then it's a really fun game to play free to play, in my opinion. It requires a lot of grinding, but in my opinion, it can definitely be done, and it's a lot of fun to play free to play, and it's very rewarding, in my opinion, too. If you put time in, you'll get a team that I think you'll be very happy with, and you may not be in the top 100, you may not be in the top 500, but you'll be able to sneak into the ranked tournaments as a free to play team, and I think that's really cool. Well, that being said, there is 1,000 teams in each ranked tournament, but still, it's still fun to basically be in, and it's good rewards too, even if you don't make it far in the tournament as well. Let's see what I got. Where's my diamond? Do I have any diamonds up here? I don't think I do. Well, at least we're using up all my diamond players at this point. God, I have so many of these all-star players. I've never seen a game throw so many all-star players at me at one time. It's just crazy to look at how many of these all-star players I have. It's just like, I have to combine them at some point, but I just don't have... I don't want to spend the stars to combine them, because I think, in my opinion, just the result is just kind of not really worth it. Maybe I'll save them for a donation event, I don't know if that's a thing, but that might be the game. Come on, man, give me something good here. Dane Dunning. Luis Heel is back now, so he is back in the Yankee rotation, which is basically why we had to cut Stroman, because we are going to be running with Cam Schlittler and Luis Heel down the stretch now, hoping that nobody else gets hurt. I saw a report that we actually signed Kenta Maeda, which is... I've made so much fun of Kenta Maeda. I love Kenta Maeda, don't get me wrong, but he has been kind of on the downside. If you want the golf metaphors, he's on the back nine of his career right now. So he's still able to pitch, but he's just, not really able to make it through innings very well. It's basically like, it's not necessarily that he will give up. Like, he'll pitch innings, but he'll always manage to give up runs, and that's kind of not great, in my opinion. It's not ideal, if you ask me. To basically have, he'll give you length sometimes, but he'll just give up a lot of runs, and that's not good. Ooh, Yankee legend Trey Sweeney. Need to be careful here that I don't accidentally throw somebody that I want to save in one of these combinations. Nick Lodolo, nope. Jimmy Herget, the now Rocky. The human glitch, Jimmy Herget. Give me Yankee legend Mike Tauchman, please. Yes, Yankee legend Mike Tauchman. Let's go. Okay, still moving along. Give me something good. Yankee legend Gleyber Torres. Yeah, look at that. Look at us calling our shots here and actually winning. Heck yeah, dude. Okay, I think that's going to be it for me for now. I think I'm all out of gold players. I just want to double check. Let me see if I have my SIG players in here. I've got the two I just got today. There's a couple SIG players in here that I should probably combine away. Let me lock this Zach Cozart. And let me see if I have a Diamond Vintage combo. That's I think that's at least 2 Diamond Vintages I have here. I do have a Diamond Vintage combo. Alright, let's go do a Diamond Vintage combo as well as do a SIG combo as well. Let's go do type. Let's get this Christian Walker out of here. And let's see how many other starting pitchers. Yeah, I've got a couple SIGs here. Let's see how many stars we have. A lot of SIGs here. So, first things first, let's do some 3 gold SIG combos. I know I've got some old SIGs in here, so I kind of want to get rid of these. And that Montgomery's been here for a minute. So I would like to get rid of him if possible. David Lowe. Let's see. I'm going to grab that silver Montgomery at the back, and then let's see, Glass now because they're my older ones. John Gray, and then I've got the Fott, the Lowe, and the Gray. Jock Peterson. All right, that's gonna be all the combinations. No. I don't know why that's even a button still. I don't know anybody that ever uses that button, in my opinion. I don't know who ever would want to click the auto submit lineup button. It just seems like a trap to me, in my opinion. Like I don't get it. All right. That clears all of that lineup space up. I want to release this Josh Naylor. Where's this Josh Naylor? Thank you for the free points. Appreciate it. Alright, let's get into the fun part of the video, shall we? These are... I'm going to save the open pack for next week. I think that's one I just got from the inbox. So we will hold off on that. I've got my Season Pass stuff now. Did I already use my ranked boxes? I already did use my ranked boxes. Okay, so let's go first things first use 2 PSETs so that way I can get the second Legend skill change ticket, and then I will use the 2 LSCTs because I might get something fun out of those, and I don't want to waste up my rest of my PSETs on those. Or not. Okay, so that's that. Let's go grab my second and third Legend skill changes from there. Thank you, Season Pass. Love this Season Pass. Like I said, one of the only things in this game that I actually bother buying because it's one of the only things that's actually, in my opinion, worth the money. It's even better because I use all my coupon points from it, from using, like, all the time I get from opening the free Platinum rewards, I use for, like, the Platinum prizes. Oh, Bullpen Day. It's not 333 anyway, but that's a shame. 313. And the last one is going to be Co-op Pitching 323. Again, non-333s, man. We just... that's so frustrating that we managed to do that. 2 323s that are not better than the Fireball set that we currently have now. I really need a 333 set on him. I need to have an end game 333 set on him, or else it's not happening, in my opinion. Because he has a 323 set now, which is actually really good. Workhorse is actually really, in my opinion, a good one. I'll hold the Workhorse one. I think the Workhorse one is better than the one he's got now. We'll just hold off on that, just in case I just get really bored one day and decide to use that instead, but I doubt I will. Because he has good stamina, I believe. Oh man, if that was a 333 set, I was going to throw my phone across the room. 221. Is that the last one? That is the last one. I'm going to use these PSET ones on my Gary because I'm looking for Laser Beam on Gary. I'm going to use it on Batting Machine. I'm actually going to... what I did last video was I actually, at the end of the video, I put my Batting Machine skill trainer on one of my players just to get the line drive effect, but I didn't realize that Gary had Batting Machine, so I'm now going to use it on him. I just want to make sure it's the premium one, because I've got nothing else really to do with him. Okay, because we need to just look for a Laser Beam here, basically. Laser Beam is what we're looking for. Like I said, we're looking for Laser Beam. Like I said, we were looking for Laser Beam. We finally got Laser Beam on him. We're going to turn Gary into a defensive catcher because he is costing me too many games. He's not really hitting anyway. So I'm just going to put Laser Beam on there. I'm going to max Laser Beam and then reduce Slugger Instinct. And we're going to run with it now. So anyway, that's a win in my book. That's a crazy upgrade. YOLO'd the heck out of that one. Oh, that's a crazy win. I guess we're not going to be putting the Batting Machine trainer on him now, I guess, because now we really have nobody with Batting Machine. Okay, so let's open up the 2 premium ones first. Of course, they're 2 silvers. The Diamond Trainer one. Deception Specialist. Decreased home run hike hit. Not great. We could probably run a Diamond Trainer combination. Ooh, Pitching Coordinator. I have Pitching Coordinator. I'm going to use that on my Tanaka. And we got 5 gold skill trainer recruit tickets. I do have Ace. I don't actually have Ace on somebody right now, do I? I think I do. I don't remember. Let's see. I don't have Crossfire. I do have Charisma. Decrease rating miss edge outside. That would be good for guest hitter, in my opinion. If I have a guest hitter guy, that'd be pretty good on him. I might throw that on Judge, honestly. Laser Beam. I can put that on Gary. And BIU. I can put that on somebody, too. So they'll be very good. I will look for some upgrades over time. Let us go. All right, first things first, I'm going to go do a Diamond Trainer combo. I already teased that last week, but I completely forgot to do it because I was just not paying any attention. Because, that's what I do. I don't pay attention here. Like, we don't do that here. That wasn't trainers. That's a lot of trainers, man. Alright, so let's go do it. Let's go to my clubhouse. Club crafting. Let's see. Where's my Diamond Trainer recruit ticket? Okay, so I need 3 of them. I'm going to use Deception Specialist. I do not need... Okay. Deception Specialist. Rising Fastball Specialist. And then Nasty Pitch RP because I could really use a batter one right about now. And those ones are not really doing anything because if I needed them, they would be on people right now. But I do not need them right now. So let's go do it. Zone Control is yet again another pitcher one because all I'm cursed to do is basically get pitcher diamond trainers at this point. Oh, well, that's a shame. So let's go throw those trainers on some people, and we will call it a video. So let's go to my trainers here. Trainer Reserve. I'm going to put Charisma on him because oops, not release. Oops. Unequip that one, and then I'll register Charisma because he has Guest Hitter, which increases that. What I want to do is I want to change this position option as well for him. See if I can get something good. Shortstop. DH. I just want to YOLO for a right fielder one DH. Yeah, that was a good DH one, but that's okay. I just wanted to YOLO it and see if we can get something good for him, unfortunately. We get one every week, so it's not really that big of a deal at this point. It's actually very cool. So he does have Charisma, which is going to be very good for him. Decrease ground ball by 4%, and decrease in swing and miss rate on the edge. So that will hopefully counteract the guest hitter option. Let me see. Do I even have a pitcher with... I think... Does Severino have... I don't think I even have a pitcher with Ace right now. I don't think I do. Tanaka has pitching coordinator, so we will use him. Bam. Look at that. Beautiful. Does Garrett Cole has Boss Finn, right? Yeah, no. And then he's got Mess Dom. And then Paxton has not... yeah, none of those. Okay. So let me think here. Let me go back to my other list. No, Mantle has BIU. I don't think Ruth has BIU. Oh, Ruth does have BIU. Okay, so maybe we can throw BIU on Babe Ruth here. 3% more on him, and then we will throw Laser Beam on Gary. And then who could I guess I'll throw the Batter's Insight one on Mantle for now. An extra 5% home runs, you know, that's going to be really good for Mantle, in my opinion. Especially heading out of the number 4 spot. I believe it's going to be great for him. So, all in all, a good week. So, hopefully we'll get a couple more of those next week, and then we'll continue to tweak them and see where we can go from there. So, anyway, that is going to be it for me for today, you guys. Thank you guys for coming and hang out with me for this video. A lot of good things. Huge, in my opinion, in Gary Sanchez. Upgraded because now we can finally potentially have a real catcher. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a higher defensive rating across the infield. So hopefully my team will give up fewer runs overall. But anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck with your packs, your pulls, your combos, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.